2024 has come and gone. Plans for 2025. My plan is to finish the current projects I have before getting more. I need to make a priority list as well. You know how snowballing debt works? Say you have 3 credit cards, all with some debt. You pay aggressively on the one with the least debt. Then when that's gone, you carry over to the next one with the least debt. I need to do that with the projects. Take care of the one that needs the least amount of work first, or the one that is closest to being ready. I just set the rule in place about finishing current projects before getting new ones, but I've been having something pending. It'll be cheap and only take a little time to mess with, so that will be an exception. Things can change, but off the dome right now, the best priority list I have would be Tundra, RX-8, RX-7, the Kraken, Trans Am, 300ZX, then RX-7, the KamiKazi. Tundra. When it needs something, it'll be bumped to the top. It's already running and roadworthy. It's my daily, and I like to keep it on the road. It now has over 200,000 miles. For sure, it'll need some general maintenance and then some preventative maintenance. RX-8. The car is a secondhand project that was built by someone else. It needs some things done differently to correct some problems. It is the car that would take the least to get on the road reliably. It's already gotten a better tune, better grounds and power cables, a new starter, a new alternator, and a new wideband gauge. The fuel pump just went out. A Walbro fuel pump and filter with a regulator are on the way. We will use a Corvette style filter and make the fuel system have a return. I do believe it can do with a proper master cylinder, so an RX-8 swap specific clutch master cylinder is on order. I'm sure after those points are taken care of, the car will be better off. At some point, the transmission will have to be rebuilt or replaced. For now, I could dance around third gear. It was my fault, but now it needs a new headlight and fender. Headlight is ordered, and the fender is a little harder to find. I'm not buying one online and paying shipping on a fender. I'll wait until a pull-apart has one or one comes up to be parting out on Facebook Marketplace. Perhaps later I can circle back and give the car power steering and AC. This car is the perfect example of why I need to finish current projects before getting new ones. I got this car thinking it only needed a tune, if you don't count third gear and power steering. But it needs more, and now it's taking up more time and effort. RX-7. The Kraken is currently waiting for a lizard skin, primer, and paint. It is currently sealed with epoxy and is coated with ceramic insulation as far as lizard skin goes. I've already said I got everything on hand. It's just putting this stuff together now. It's got its own build series currently happening. If I had to guess, this car should be on the road by or sometime in February. Trans Am. There's some gray area on where this car could have fallen on the priority list. The L96 T56 twin turbo swap was a success. The T56 didn't work out, so I borrowed the one from the Kraken. Now the Kraken wants it back. I'll need to save up and get the Trans Am's T56 rebuilt or get another working one. Also, I want to use a different engine and turbo setup now. The engine is already sourced, so the work will be reconfiguring the turbo exhaust piping. I'll have more details on the Trans Am in its own standalone update video. 300ZX. This card is hard to place. I didn't dig too far into it yet. I think it'll be similar to the take-on like I did with the hard body. The hard body needed a fresh tune-up, fluids, battery, and starter. From what I did do, I know it needs the clutch master cylinder replaced, which I have, the ignition switch wired back in, and I'll be able to go from there. It didn't have a battery, but I sourced one out. Could use a wash too.
To get it running, I'm thinking with some fresh plugs and fluids, I'll be able to determine from there. At the most, it may also need a starter and some wiring. Getting it running will be the easy part. Making the car safe and looking good will take some effort. The exterior has rust here and there. The passenger floorboard needs to be cut out and replaced. I'm not really sure about the rest of the underside. The interior can do with some new seat covers and new carpet. The tires need to be replaced. I think this car looks good original, so I'll keep it that way. It's hard to not want to put some Workmeisters on and some Corbo seats in this one, but Nissan got it right from the factory on the 50th anniversary. Later, as a phase 2, I'd like to swap an L33 and single turbo in it. Maybe I'll reach out to Dirty Dingo or Pucker Factory for mounts. Then I also could settle for any 4.8 or 5.3 iron block. RX-7, the KamiKazi. When it comes time to get to the final boss, I want to start on the bodywork and get all the suspension powder coated and freshened up like I did with the Kraken. The goal was to make it this far. I know I most likely won't have the means to get a powertrain in the car. I don't project this one to be running this year because I'm being realistic. It's getting either an LS3, an LS7, or a 2JZ GTE. This car will be my ultimate build. This will be my ace. Aside from my personal projects, I'd like to collaborate on other projects and possibly have some shared projects. It would be nice to look into building something to sell, then roll that money into a bigger build to have a bigger payout and so on. I should be working on cars every day, but I want to document the experiences, so recording and editing does consume a little time, and only have a little time during the week between work and life. I still manage to get content and upload at least once a week. As a channel and brand, I want to collaborate more with vendors and sponsors. Some do already reach out to me and I enjoy working with them. I know this year I can do more and I can reach out to them. The phone works both ways. Something else I want to do this year is take projects to more shows. Last year I attended several shows, but only took a quarter of one of them. If we can get the RX-8 sorted out, we'll take it to Import Face-Off in Gulfport on the 12th. That's January 12th. The 2500 HD will be going and making some passes.